Hello everyone, welcome to BioPhobia. Today we are going to see about class 9, chapter 5, Why Do We Fall Ill? So we have already gone through part 1. This is the continuation of part 1. This is part 2. So, in this video, we are going to discuss in detail about the differences between healthy and disease free, followed by the features of the disease. I mean, the signs and the symptoms, which actually tells us what the disease is all about and how is the disease caused and what are the measures to be taken to get rid of such diseases. Clear? We are going to proceed first about what is healthy and what is disease free condition. How do you define yourself a healthy person? The state of physical, mental, and social well being of an individual. This definition was given by WHO. We have defined this already in the previous video. So, when I say disease free, what do I mean by disease free? It is the state of mere absence of any diseases, mere absence of any infection or a pathogenic attack or any illness is what is called as disease free condition, mere absence of diseases. So, point number 2 gives us a clear information of how a person can be healthy. See, it refers to the individual, the physical state of the individual with respect to his environment, with respect to the environment he survives, with respect to his attitude towards the environment. So, it is not that when I'm free, when I have no diseases, when I'm healthy, that would be sufficient. I need to have a healthy environment as well for me to stay healthy. So that is what you refer to it as the individual and his correlation with that of the social environment. When I say disease free condition, it is solely dependent on the individual. If the individual keeps himself free from diseases, keeps himself away from infectious zone, this would help him to prevent from disease, any sort of illness for that matter. Third point, the individual has good health. If the individual has got good health and good immunity, yes, he can be healthy. And when a disease free condition, the individual may have good health or a poor health. When I have poor health, I need to stay away from the zone which is already infected. I need to take care of myself. I'll have to be safe and secured. So you can be disease free. So this is the clear cut difference between being healthy and being disease free. Now, about the second feature that we are going to talk about is features of the disease. What do you mean by the term disease? You can actually split this term as dis-ease, which means a sort of discomfort in our body. A sort of uneasiness that you feel in your body is what is called as diseases. Okay, you may not be comfortable. You will feel some uneasiness. So, diseases are, the term disease referred to some sort of discomfort or uneasiness that is felt in our body. Followed by features of diseases. How do you detect such an uneasiness or a discomfort in your body? That is what is called as signs or symptoms of a disease. So when you go visit a doctor, he would ask for your health status. He would ask what is it that is wrong with your body? What is the change that you are feeling when you happen to have any diseases? That is what is called as signs and symptoms of a disease. But when I say signs and symptoms, there are some clear-cut difference between signs and symptoms of a disease. See, when I say signs, it is indicative of a disease. It is indicative of a particular condition or a factor where doctor would look into to confirm that this is the disease that you are affected with. That is called signs, which would be very particular for a particular disease, which would be indicative of a particular factor or a disease. But how about symptoms? Symptoms are conditions or characteristics which a person feels. If you feel like vomiting, nausea, you feel like sleeping always, the dizziness, the drowsiness that you have, those are all called symptoms. And when you say, this is the first point, and the second point is about signs. This signs are objective. It would be very much evident. It is visible, and you can actually, with the quantity of signs that you have, you can actually confirm the type of diseases that is caused in a patient. But when it is symptoms, it is the symptoms are subjective. They are not physically visible. When you say I feel like vomiting, will I be able to feel your sense? No. That is not really visible, or that wouldn't be evident for the person who is looking after it. Okay? Example of signs are high temperature, where you can touch and feel, and a rapid increase in pulse rate, where you will be able to measure it with the help of pulse oximeter, low blood pressure, wound. So these are all signs which are very much evident for a particular type of disease. When I say symptoms, the examples are chills. When you feel like very cold, when you are shivering because of cold, nausea, a sense of vomiting, you feel like you're vomiting, okay, and shaking, shivering, dizziness, tiredness. So these are all symptoms where the patient alone can feel such things happening in his body, and it may not be visible for the doctor or the person who takes care of them. Okay, so this is the clear cut difference between what signs and symptoms are. Signs, I repeat, are very specific, and it would be quantitative. You can measure, and you will actually arrive at the particular disease properly with the help of the signs. Symptoms would be more or less common, and where the patient alone can feel such symptoms happening, which is subjective, and you may not actually quantitatively measure it.
We have come to the end of this video. Thanks for watching BioPhobia. Kindly do comment below if you have any doubts or clarifications regarding this session. Thank you once again.